Welcome back to Trust the Podcast, episode 3. My name is Jonah, along with my co-host Noah. We are talking some Sixers, Flyers, Phillies today. We got a big show planned because it is the off season and a lot of stuff just went down because
We
we
are
haven't really
deep into
talked
the
about
offseason.
free agency.
For tens of years, Philadelphia has been making the wrong sports decisions until one man came into the league with three words that changed the course of history.
Trust the process.
At all.
We're a little bit behind on free agency, but it's good that we're behind because we are deep into the offseason and there
Yes,
is
there's a
not
lot to talk
much
about.
else going on.
Yeah,
Uh,
and honestly, it wasn't even that exciting. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, no, disappointing on all fronts, kind of. Summer League is interesting. We somehow
Yeah,
managed to tank that too, but
somehow. And VJ Edgecombe's already a Sixer because he has an injury that we don't really know what's up with that.
yeah, all of a sudden we're gonna find out tomorrow that his thumb wasn't sprained, it actually just fell off. Like
Yeah.
something weird
And
like
VJ
that.
Edgecombe actually doesn't have a hand anymore. He has to
Yeah.
play one-handed. Yeah.
And now he's developed a like deathly allergy to peanuts.
Yeah, or he's developed an allergy to wood, so he can't play on the floor. Like
Yeah.
that would just be the most Sixer thing to ever happen.
I mean, it is truly exceptional how bad their communication is. They
How
just
does it
can't
keep
like,
happening? I don't get
and they
it.
just like can't like communicate it. Like all of a sudden to sprain. Now it's a contusion.
Yeah, it
Now
was
he's
a
out
thumb
for
contusion and then it went to like a wrist injury.
yeah. Now
What's
he's
up
out
with
for
that?
5 weeks, and it's day to day. Like we just can't seem to know what's going on there.
Yeah, I don't know. But he looked real good in his
Yeah.
first game.
I mean, he played one game. He looked NBA ready. The twos were there, the threes were not, but when you score basically 30 points, you can't really complain.
Can I say what I was thinking when I was watching him?
Let's see.
Baby Michael Jordan.
Okay, that's and we are now ESPN again.
No, but
Uh
actually his play style looked very similar to Anthony Edwards, I would say. Not as
yeah,
good, obviously, but
no, I don't think Anthony Edwards takes as many mid-range jumpers as VJ does, but I think that the three is probably just an off night. I mean, we've only seen him play once.
yeah.
I think if he can shoot like 40% from three, he's gonna be great. And if he can't, then
He'll
hopefully
still be good,
it'll
but
work itself out.
yeah.
Yeah, I just think that it's gonna be tough in the modern NBA if you're going 1 for 5 from three or 1 for 6 from three,
I
whatever
mean,
he ended up doing.
he was able to get to his spots. He put up what, 30 points, so I'm
Yeah.
fine with it.
On other early topics, um, I think that an underrated aspect of it that you won't really show up on the stat sheet is how much stronger Demba is than he was
Yes,
last
yes.
year, and how much stronger he is than everyone else there at the Summer League.
That was what I noticed. He was able to kind of just go wherever he wanted.
Yeah, I think they are sort of playing a like NBA-esque scheme, sort of prevents anyone like it's not like college ball where you're just trying to like win games, you're playing through one player. Because if they wanted to, a Demona could easily have 30 and 15 in every game. Like just feed him the ball every time down.
I mean, yeah, he looked really good. I was very impressed.
Yeah, and not as fun note, Justin Edwards is not looking too great out there.
I'm not really I'm not really too mad about that or worried at all. I mean, it's the summer league.
Yeah.
He'll have a couple off days. He's not really worked himself back into the routine of an NBA
Mhm.
season. But it's a little bit worrying, but I think the overall of the summer league has been positive from what we saw out of that one game of Edgecombe and Bona.
Yeah.
I thought Broom has been pretty good.
I disagree on that.
I don't know.
Um,
I just don't really know what you would expect from him other than
I
being like
don't
kind
get
of solid.
I don't get why he's not like dominating in some ways. Like summer league is sort of this in between point between college and the NBA where everyone's a little bit better, everyone's a little stronger, and he just isn't able to look the same way he did in college. Like he's not bad, but he looks very pedestrian, and like it worries me that like as the strength and size and ability of the players goes up, he might just not be as good, which I
I don't
think was
know.
I was afraid with in the first place.
It's kind of tough to see. Like this is kind of like preseason football. Like it's really hard to tell. Like somebody could be like,
Yeah.
what was it? Wemby was terrible in his first summer league game ever, and like
Yeah, I mean, even Cooper Flag only scored 10 points in his first
he
one.
got
He
locked
scored
up
like
by
30
Bronny.
in the next two. Exactly. And like I feel like we have to take everything positive with a grain of salt and everything
Yeah,
negative with a grain of salt as
like
well.
VJ Edgecombe obviously isn't going to average 27 points a game, but
No.
also I'm happy that he scored 27 points. Like,
Yeah. And I mean, with Justin Edwards and like Broom, I feel like those are the kind of players that should shine in a summer format, and they're just not right now, which is a little bit disappointing. Like, even if it has no real impact on NBA, like, why can't Justin Edwards be great in the summer league? He's probably one of the better players there.
I mean, yeah, he probably is one of the best players in the summer league, and I see no reason why he wouldn't dominate. But I mean, I don't know. Like what really could have changed from last year? Justin Edwards
Yeah.
was averaging what, like more than 10 points per game in the second half of the season, something
Hmm.
like that. I mean,
Yeah, I
I'm not
mean,
too worried. I'm not too worried.
I'm not worried, but like I thought there was a situation where he could be starting pretty early in the year next year, and I just don't know. I thought like he could play that like 3 or 4 role alongside Paul George in the starting lineup, but I don't know. He just doesn't look like a good enough basketball player to do that.
Uh,
And like see with the guys like you see like Dembona, for example, he looks better than everyone else on the court. He looks stronger. He looks more NBA like polished. And like I feel like Broom is still a rookie, but like with Edwards, it's his second year. Like he should look a little more polished and a little better than all of these guys, and he just doesn't.
I mean, yeah, he should, but I don't really think that Edwards. I mean, I don't know. I'm not really in the room to see what Paul George is doing, but I doubt that Paul
Yeah,
George is going to be out of the starting lineup when healthy for at least the
yeah.
first half of the season. I don't see a world where Justin Edwards sneaks in there and especially not looking like this. Like maybe if the Eagles, I know the Eagles have a tendency to kind of cut their losses early. So maybe if it was them,
You
but
mean the
I just don't
Sixers?
I just don't trust the Sixers as much as the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, I meant start him at the 4 alongside
Oh,
George, but because I
I
don't
think
really know,
that's kind of Oubre or Watford.
I don't think Watford will start. I think it'll probably be Oubre. I'm assuming going into the year, which I'm fine with. I'm not happy about it. I think that like we'll get to Yabu eventually, but I think that yeah, I just don't love that situation. I think Ubre's like fun, but he really just can't shoot. And if you
No,
can't
he can't.
shoot, I mean, he's like athletic, but I don't get. I don't think he can be starting on a contending team. So
I don't think he can be starting on a contending team. I think he could be a like rotation player on a contending team for
yeah,
sure. And by the end of the year, I doubt that he will be starting, or even maybe at the beginning of the year. I really do like Watford a lot. I think
hmm
he's a good scorer. He adds depth at a position of need. I think he
yeah.
has the ability to be better than Yabusele was last year. I don't think he is,
So I mean,
but
Watford was with the Trailblazers for his first 2 years, and he didn't get much usage, but he shot 40% from three
yeah,
both years, which is what we need. And they went to the Nets this past year, got a lot more usage, played 20 something minutes a game, averaged 10 points or so, but his 3-point percentage dropped to 30%, probably because he's playing on a worse team and not getting as good looks. But if he can shoot, he should have more open looks with the Sixers than he did with the Trailblazers or the Nets. If he can shoot 40% from three, he could be starting by the end of the year because they don't need a performance, but he's gonna get plenty of open shots with Maxi, hopefully George and Embiid all on the floor
yeah.
together. And I could see him being a valuable piece, especially the great value at the minimum. Like there's very little risk here.
Yeah, like I said, I love the signing. I think he will. I'm saying it right now. He will outplay the contract easily.
Yeah, I don't see a way where he underplays the contract
Yeah,
given it's a minimum. I think that at the trade deadline, we could still look to acquire a forward depending on who's available and how the season's going.
LeBron.
No, but I think that it's interesting to see how this goes 'cause I think it would be a very different experience for him being on a team that it should be good and had like I think getting open looks will change his career, hopefully.
I also like the signing because he's close with Maxi, and while
Exactly.
chemistry isn't everything, it can hurt, right?
Yeah, I feel like Maxi sort of like has gotten screwed over through all of these years and like sort of having to 2 years ago having to carry the team while Embiid was gone. And last year it was all a mess and he was hurt. They sat him, he came back. I think that he sort of had a rough go of things the past 2 years. It's nice that we got him a friend.
Yeah, a friend.
Yeah. I
I
mean
would hope
that's
that
what it
he
is.
considered Joel Embiid his friend, but we're not
Well,
gonna
yeah, but
do
like
that.
one of his close friends.
Yeah, yeah. I
Um
just am all for that signing. I mean, I would have loved for the Sixers to keep Yabu, but what can you do?
Yeah, so I think it's an interesting situation. I think that we won't know the true magnitude of it until Grimes says the Grimes situation is resolved, which is a whole different story. But because there's a world where if we re-sign Yabu and like in a different world, like we could get like weaseled out of the Grimes contract or become a second apron team because of it. And that sort of is not good, and we didn't really want that. And it's not the worst thing that our team's becoming younger and more athletic versus older and less athletic, even if everyone loves Yabu. I just think that it won't hurt them as bad as we think it will.
I agree. I mean, I liked Yabu a lot. I think that he brought something very valuable to the team last year, which was consistency that
Yeah.
nobody else brought at all. That was really a unique thing from Yabusele and Grimes when they got him, but they didn't have him for half the year. So it sucks to lose Yabu, but I think Watford more likely than not fills the role or plays better. But I don't know. I liked Yabu.
Yeah, I almost view him as if the 3-point shooting can be up, he could just be like a more athletic George Niang, like in some ways. And I think that it's all going to come down to the 3-point shot because he can't really bring value to the team if he's shooting 30% from three. Like there's
Well,
just
yeah, that's true. I mean, he's not good enough to not
offset
shoot
that.
well. Yeah,
Yeah. And like not that he's a bad player. I just think the other parts of his game aren't good enough to make up for that.
agreed, agreed.
Yeah.
But
Now on to
with
the
the Sixers being a better team than he has been on
yeah.
in his career, with more attention drawn to Embiid, like he'll be the least impactful player on the court, so he should get more open looks. Like,
Yeah. I
doesn't take
mean,
rocket science to figure that one out.
I think this could easily be a turning point or the break or the end of his career if he doesn't go well because if you are on a good team and you're not shooting well with more open looks, like what value do you provide as a rotational player in the NBA?
Yeah, I just like it. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, Jabari Walker signing.
I don't really care. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I do like the Sixers sort of just like dart dart or throws at young players and just sort of see if any of them have hidden talent. I mean, the Eagles sort of did that with like
yeah,
Mekhi Becton.
I don't think
I
it
think that
will ever
like
hurt to try to like try to get a random like injection of youth into the roster. Like I don't think that's ever
yeah,
gonna hurt.
I mean it's only on a two-way contract. I don't see how like if it doesn't go well, he'll just play in the G League. Like
Yeah.
so what? Or he just won't play minutes. And then if it works Well, he could be like the 10th guy in the rotation.
He shot pretty well from three last year, so I don't mind it.
Yeah, I think I'd like him to start out the year in the G League just to see more what we have with him and see like how he like sort of fits in with different schemes. But it should be interesting to see how he fits with sort of the two-way, given that was not how he originally started his career.
I thought it was interesting that he was on a two-way because that really says to me that he is going to be on the G League team to start the year. Because otherwise, if he wasn't, they would just not sign him to a two-way.
Yeah, I'm sort of surprised it wasn't just on like veterans minimum
Yeah.
and like because he seems like he's not a bad player. Like he's like serviceable. I was maybe no one really had interest and it was just like a value thing. I almost wish we kept our two ways for longer shots and sort of just had him as like the 14th guy or something like that on a minimum. The roster spots are hard to come by with the older players on the
Speaking of
roster.
older players, they re-signed Eric Gordon.
Re-signed Eric Gordon, re-signed Kyle Lowry, and did not trade Drummond, which is I mean, Andre Drummond might like I will personally boo him every time he touches the court next year because if he had turned down that player option, we would have Yabu, or if he had been like easy to trade, would have Yabu,
Yeah.
and we just don't now, and he's not gonna play. He's just not. He's lost like 3 steps, not just a step, 3 or 4. Like you look at the box sheet and oh, he averages 7 points and 7 rebounds. Those are the worst 7 points and 7 rebounds you can get. Um, it's not a good situation. I don't mind the Eric Gordon one as
No,
much.
me neither. I actually am. I would. If I was given the choice to re-sign him or not, I would have.
Especially he obviously wanted to play ball because he turned down his player option for more money and signed for the minimum, which like sort of showed his like willingness to work with the team. And he and VJ are both from the Bahamas. He could be an interesting mentor, help VJ get his shot, a 3-point shot up a little bit. I mean, hopefully. And Lowry is just I don't even know what to say about
I don't.
that. I
I
mean,
don't really care. I mean, I like that he went to Villanova. I like Villanova, but like that was also like 20 years ago. So
like it was cool when he came back for the first year, and it was like, oh, Kyle Lowry's finally on his hometown team. But like, is there some sort of rule where we have to keep like one Philly guy on our team at all times?
yeah,
I feel like when was the last time the team had no one from like the Catholic League or the public school from Philadelphia like on
you
the
got to
team?
tell me that. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, no, I think it's been a while. Like it seems like there's like they always keep one guy from like one local guy.
So I've been hearing some rumors circling around about a certain NBA player who happens to be pretty up there in age being traded.
Oh, LeBron.
Yes.
Yeah. I think this is all smoke and mirrors, to be honest. I think LeBron trying to get attention. I think, honestly, with LeBron, I think he really could have done a really nice thing. I think he should have declined his player option and signed for a minimum with the Lakers or somewhere else.
Yeah, he
He's
has
a
so much money. But
He's a billionaire.
yeah.
Like the negative connotation on LeBron and then the GOAT debate and all debates is that he's like a ring chaser and like he only got money. And like he's only proving that point more. And like what is he doing? Like I don't know what signings Lakers could have made. They're probably still not below the salary cap, but they could have done. But you can't tell me it would be easier to have an extra like $52 million in cap room,
They could
especially
trade
with
for Kyrie. I don't know. Like
the second apron thing now, and it's so hard to keep together teams that are expensive. Why Tom Brady did this, and he won 7 Super Bowls. Like he took pay cuts his whole career. Like LeBron never did that. I've been asking him to take one for his whole career. You have like 2 years, 3 years left at most. Take the minimum for a year or two and see if they can put an actual good team around you. You came out publicly and said you don't think they can win a championship. You're playing for the future. You don't have a future. You're 40 years old. Sign a minimum with like the Sixers or like the Thunder for all I care. Like if you want to
the
like
ring chasing would go insane if he signed a minimum with the Thunder.
Yeah, I don't think he would ever do that, but like you tell me he doesn't want to play with Steph, sign him in with the Warriors. That's like fun. Like it's not really ring chasing. You like it's like Steph and LeBron playing it would be so cool. Like, it would like break my mind as someone who grew up watching basketball during those finals. I just think like it just shows like he's just there for the views and stuff. I just don't think it's a good look.
So I'm kind of there with you, not about the money thing. I'm kind of there with you about it's all smoke and mirrors. Like he's doing this for
Mm,
attention. But I do think that I don't really care about the money. Like his agent gets a cut of that. Like
yeah.
the money's not does it's
I
like
mean, his
I don't know.
agent is Rich Paul, so
Right.
he has plenty of money.
But I don't really care about athletes taking as much money as they can. It's always going to happen. Doesn't really bother me. I just don't think he's going to get traded. And and thinking that he is going to get traded is just a waste of time discussing
Yeah.
about. I mean, I guess that's what we're doing right now. But saying that or like coming up with mock trades is
Hmm.
kind of a waste of time because he's in his perfect situation. He's in Los Angeles playing with his son, and he doesn't have to really commit to anything because the team isn't good enough. Like I don't
Yeah.
know.
I think that I think that the only one, as I was saying before about the Warriors, is that some sort of sign and trade with Kuminga to the Lakers and then like LeBron to the Warriors. I don't know.
I don't know.
It wouldn't be bad. But I think that there's nothing to
And
this.
same with the
It's just
Giannis thing.
LeBron being LeBron. I mean, LeBron, the only reason this is even happening is because he said he doesn't think they win a championship. LeBron never said anything about wanting to leave. He said he's happy there. Like, what are we doing here?
I mean, I don't know who was it, if it was like Shams, but somebody said that the Lakers have received calls about LeBron.
Yeah, like everyone was receiving calls about everyone.
Yeah, I
It's the
mean,
NBA.
yeah, it's not gonna happen. But if it was gonna happen, I'd do it for like Paul George and like three firsts.
I don't know. That's a lot out of first. I think there's a deal to be made there, but I don't think the Lakers want to make that deal. I don't think the Sixers want to give up. I don't know. It's really tough. It doesn't how many years he's playing. You could talk me into like two firsts and Justin Edwards.
But you have to clear salary, so Paul George has to
Oh
be
no,
in.
no, I'm saying like Paul George two firsts and Justin.
Oh, and we get Bronny also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's not gonna work out.
Paul George, Justin Edwards, and two firsts for LeBron and Bronny.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the Lakers would do it. I think the Lakers would probably ask for McCain, which will just not be happening.
That's just not happening. I mean, I don't know. I would trade three first round picks for 2 years of LeBron.
Yeah, no, so Obadiah. I mean, I think that the picks will probably be pretty valuable, but how far we go pretty far out in advance to get ones we're allowed to trade. But there's that Clippers pick. I mean, it's not gonna happen, but I would be on board for LeBron. I mean, who's not on board from LeBron? I mean, it'd be kind of crazy if you just look
Nobody.
at it
Yeah.
like without any context, without any names. Like, yeah, we're gonna trade this 40-year-old NBA player, three first round picks, and a max contract player, and then you say it's Paul George and LeBron, and then it's like not even that crazy.
Yeah. I would trade Paul George and three first round picks just to get rid of Paul George. Not
No,
not actually, but
I would trade one maybe, but
um yeah.
now on to the last thing for the Sixers. I think Quentin Grimes
If
still
he wants
ongoing.
anything more than $20 million, tell him he can get out.
Yeah, so I think that is working itself into a situation where Quentin Grimes, I think for his own good, to take a deal with the Sixers because his options right now, or he can take the qualifying offer and be an unrestricted free agent next year. But you're taking on a risk on a team with two really young guards who look really good that you are going to improve your value into a market that might not be any better than this year, which I think is not that smart. I think $20 million is too much for him, honestly. I think that if he shouldn't be getting he should be in that 16 to 18 range.
I'd give
I
him
think
18. I'd give him 18.
like 4 years, $72 million isn't crazy on either side. And like, in what world is he getting offered more than that next year? Like, no one ever has
A
cap space.
world where BJ Edgecombe isn't that good. That's the world, I think.
I guess so, but like even with that, like how good would he have to like? I don't think he can average 20 points a game
Yeah,
here.
I agree with you. I mean, he was averaging a lot of points because there was no Embiid, no Maxey, no George.
Yeah.
He can't do that when there is Embiid and there is Maxey and there is George.
Yeah, I think that if he can just put up like 14 points a game with good defense, like I'm fine with
Yeah, I
that.
like Quentin Grimes. I would be all for bringing him back. It's just the price.
I think that for him, the goal should be he has to average 80% on points of what he's getting paid a year.
So like if
So
he's getting paid 18 million, he has to average
average
what, 15?
15.4 points a year.
Yeah.
That would judge if he's success or not. That's my rule.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah. You know what? That yeah, I'm on board with that. I'm on board with that.
and I think that I think that it's all about supply and demand here. Like the Nets could in theory clear a bunch of cap space and try to put together an offer for him, but they're not going to. Like
No,
the Nets don't
they're
want to deal with
not gonna
that.
happen.
Do the Nets really want to pay Quentin Grimes $22 million a year? No.
Especially with this team that they have, no chance.
Yeah. So like maybe they put together an offer just to force the Sixers to match. Like they do something like that. But if we come out of the offseason, Grimes on a qualifying offer, and we've let Yabu go without really signing a like true replacement, Wofford's good, but like a true starter or replacement for Yabu. I think that it will be a failure.
Kind of with a transition to the NHL, I think they do restricted free agency better than any other league. They do offer sheets, which is just real good. It's like depending on the amount of AAV that a restricted
Mhm.
free agent is getting, you have to give up draft compensation to sign him. I think that's really good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't love that. I think that the NBA, I think it's a little
But
more
you also have
straightforward.
the opportunity to match the deal, is the thing.
Well, yeah, yeah, I know. I think that the NBA, I don't like draft compensation, like getting involved with all of this. That's why I never really liked it's the tender in the NFL, right? Like the first, like you have to give
Yeah.
like your first round pick if you sign this player. Like I don't really like that because it's sort of like you're a free agent, but you're not really a free agent, and you're gonna sign. That's because no one else is gonna sign you because this is like no one wants to give up picks for that. So I think that the NBA, like you get 2 days to match the deal, and it's just simple. But I see a world where that helps teams retain their players more.
Yeah, I think offer sheets are a pretty good thing in general. And
Mhm.
we didn't actually see the Flyers do one this year, but
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
don't
I
think
I
there's
would have liked to go after somebody like JJ Peterka, but he got traded to the Mammoth for quite a haul.
yeah.
I don't know. The Flyers just really didn't do much, and I think that kind of goes with their theme of we're gonna build from the ground up. We're not going after a star. And I think, I mean, I don't know. How much of this is actually thinking that they're going to do it, and how much is just hoping that they're clearing up cap space for next year to sign McDavid? Like, he's a free agent next year. They're
It's
clearing up.
not.
They have tons
Don't
of
don't even
cap
don't even
space.
say that. Don't even say that. It's not gonna happen. I
What?
mean,
They have one of the best groups of wingers in the entire league. They're lacking a center, and they're clearing tons of cap space for next year. Connor McDavid is a free agent next year,
do you know
and
what they're
he's fantastic.
lacking? A goalie. I don't care who it is. If they have skill, I'll take them. I mean, I think that the Vladar
Yeah,
signing
he's just
is.
not good. Like
I didn't
I think
get
it's
it.
fine. I'm glad that he took a bit of a cheap deal. I just think there's no world in which he is so much better than Urson or Fedotov that we see an
Yeah,
actual difference in goaltending unless Urson is good.
yeah. I think that like in some ways he's like the kind of mid player the Flyers
Yep.
kind of need, but like there's just no upside. Like, it doesn't really make much sense for this team.
Urson
Same,
has more upside.
same with Dvorak.
Yep,
I
Dvorak. bad contract, but it's 1 year, and they're not going to sign anybody else. But I don't really care. Like,
Yeah, that made even less sense to me because at least goal is a position of need. Center also like it's not exactly great situation right now, but it's a 1 year deal. They overpaid him a little bit. He's not like the upside's also not really there. Like the team is not competing this year. I don't get it.
I don't really, you know, $5.3 million for somebody like Christian Dvorak, who will be playing max on the third line, isn't good.
Yeah.
But it's a one
Yeah.
year deal, and they're not that they're going to be on the outside looking into the playoffs. I could see a world where everything goes right and Mishkov scores 40 goals and they make the playoffs as a low seed. I
Yeah,
doubt it's going to happen. I think
my sort
it's there's no way that they're like really really good. Like they could actually make a Stanley Cup run.
no.
And they're getting off of Dvorak's contract next year. They still have to pay Couturier, and he's fine. But for somebody who can help with it with winning faceoffs, who's a good penalty killer, who's physical on that fourth line, I don't mind it.
Yeah, I think that in this hypothetical world where McDavid is at all interested in coming to the Flyers, it's
They have to pay him 20 million a
nothing.
year.
Yeah, no, I mean just throw money at him maybe, but I mean it's okay. Like I guess 1 year is important. If it was 2 years, it would be beyond reasonable. I think that 1 year is fine. I mean, I think my prediction for next year is that I think they're better than they were this year. I think they're going to be a little bit scrappy, a little bit more hungry, a little more like belief in the fact like this rebuild's actually going well.
It is. I think the rebuild is going very well. I like it a lot. I think Porter Martone is going to be a superstar, but I wouldn't have him on the NHL team this year. I think there's no point in bringing up your top prospect for a year
Yeah,
that isn't really have doesn't really have any potential to bring you anything that is worth bringing up Martone for. Because I think the Flyers this year have a really low ceiling, but a high floor. Like they're not going to be the worst team in the league,
I
or
agree
even a
with
bottom
that.
five team in the league.
I think that I have a real feeling they're just going to be consistently the like 10th best team in the
I mean,
East, and
I
they're
wouldn't
just
mind tanking and getting the first overall pick and getting Gavin McKenna, but
yeah, I just feel like they're
not
gonna
gonna
be too
happen.
good for that and too bad to like make a real run at the playoffs. Like I see them like I like you like check the standing like, hey, they're only like 8 points out of the eighth seed, and you're like, wait, they could actually make the playoffs, and you're like, nope, they actually can't because they just lost 5-0.
Yeah.
And I just think that it's gonna be goalkeeping that's gonna hold them back again. Like I think this team, even if you just throw an average NHL goalkeeper like a middle of the road guy. It could be a like 8 seed with the talent on the rest of the roster.
Well, I don't th they're not better than the Washington Capitals, the Carolina Hurricanes, the New Jersey Devils. That's just out of the question.
Yep.
So they're not gonna make a division spot. So best
No.
case scenario, they're hoping for a wild card.
Yeah.
They're not better than Tampa, Toronto, Florida. They're not better than New. I already said New Jersey. They're not better than the Rangers,
Yeah.
even though the Rangers were pretty bad last year. I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
I
Like,
think this year is a year that builds up confidence with Mishkov, with Martone hopefully playing in the NCAA. I think that's the best path for him.
probably you would
You
assume.
give your younger guys a chance, especially with Tyson Forster set to miss like a month.
Yeah.
Bring up Gurbenkin, and you just build confidence in this team and your coach and your staff, and then you roll next year with Connor McDavid.
Yeah. The new coach this year should be interesting. I didn't love the hire. I thought it was like mediocre. I didn't really think there's. I don't know anything of a better option off the top of my head, but like,
I don't know. I mean, I kind of wanted to just keep it going with Brad Shaw. Is that he was the interim? He was
mhm,
their assistant coach before Torts got fired. Then he became
yeah.
that interim head coach. I think he did a fine job. Would have been fine with keeping him, but I don't know. I like Tocchet. I think the problem with Tocchet is that he's gonna be a little bit similar to Torts.
Yeah, I don't really know what the like future plan is here. Like the talent's there, but like the vision isn't clear. Like they're clearly in. I mean, I saw the report that Zegers might play center.
He will.
So
Zegers is going to play center.
yeah, I
He's too
assume.
talented to not play center on this team.
Yeah, so especially given their need, they don't really need wingers. They need centers. I think that it's okay. I think they need to be a little bit better in every spot almost, other than winger
Other
probably.
than really winger, I mean, they could. I mean, I'm excited for Martone. He 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 might not play this year. I doubt he will play this year. But
No, there's no way
next year he'll be on the roster, and the
for
winger
sure.
group gets even deeper. Like
And yeah, I just don't like. I think what would be really inspiring is like if everything goes right and they look and they like sneak into the eighth seed and then just get killed in the first round of the playoffs. To know that like they're still a few steps away, but it's a positive outlook. I just don't think they're gonna get there.
yeah, I think this is just the season where you have to build momentum. I think they have two top four defensemen, and they have like nine top six wingers. Like, well, at least future top six wingers. Like right now, they have Konechny, Mishkov, Forster, Tippett, Brink, who I like a lot. Those five guys are really great. And then you bring up Bump, you bring up Gurbankin. Maybe you give Luchenko a roster spot. Like I don't know. There are a lot of questions that I think will have to be answered. I don't really know where I'm going here. I just think I'd be fine with going into the season. That's another rebuild year with your center core being Zegras, Couturier, Dvorak, and Cates, with Luchenko kind of waiting in the wings.
Yeah, I think it's okay right now. I liked the re-signings that they've done, but
They extended Cates and Forster. Yeah.
yeah, and Cade York too re-signed.
Who'd you say?
Cade York.
Oh yeah, Cam York.
Yeah,
Cam York
that's
was
what
the
I mean.
old kicker for the Browns. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what
Cam
I'm talking about.
York, good player. I I think he's never really gonna be better than I think the contract they gave him is kind of his ceiling, but I don't really care because he probably
They can
could have
afford it.
gotten more if he wanted to.
Yeah, and they can afford it at this point
Yep.
in the rebuild.
And I think he's a part of the defensive core of a playoff team. Maybe
Hmm.
not a top pair guy, but he's good.
Yeah. And sort of transitioning to our next point with the quick live update, the Phillies have won.
What's the score?
They no, they have won.
So the Phillies just won 2-1, as Noah said, and that was their last game for the All-Star break. They're headed into the break now with two All-Stars, Zach Wheeler and Kyle Schwarber, and we're going to talk about some of that All-Star stuff in our next episode next week. But for now, it's game time. We each have prepared
Yeah.
something for the other person to test their knowledge or something or other. For me, it's I will be giving Noah six statistics comparing one Philadelphia Eagle to a player who may or may not be a Philadelphia Eagle, and Noah has to guess which player has more of that certain statistic. So our first one
Okay.
is receiving yards. Your Philly
Okay.
athlete is AJ Brown.
Okay.
Your non-Philly athlete is Drake London for the 2024 season.
I think Drake London had had more yards.
You are correct. AJ Brown missed too many games for
Yeah,
him
I know.
to beat AJ or for him to beat Drake London, excuse me. Drake London had 1,271 yards and AJ Brown had 1,079. So you're one for
Yeah.
one.
I don't know what the yards per game were. AJ Brown might be higher there, but yeah, he missed too many.
Yep. Okay, moving on from receiving yards to receiving touchdowns, and instead of having one Philly athlete, you've got two. Who had more
Okay.
receiving touchdowns between AJ Brown and Devontae Smith?
Okay, so this is a little bit harder. My gut is telling me AJ Brown just because I feel like he has more touchdowns.
He may.
I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna go with AJ Brown.
Devontae Smith had more receiving touchdowns last
Really?
year, 8-7. It was very close, but Smith got in the end zone more times. All right.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So you're 1 for 2. Moving on from receivers. That's all for receivers. We've got some rushing touchdowns. Jalen Hurts or Saquon Barkley? Who had more rushing touchdowns?
I think it's still oh, this is tough. I think it's Jalen Hurts. Just
That
so many
would be
tush.
correct. The tush push remains supreme. Jalen Hurts had 14 rushing touchdowns. Saquon Barkley had 13 rushing touchdowns last year. And the
I
number
feel like
one
those
rushing
touchdowns
offense
should
in the
count for the
NFL.
offensive line.
Yes, sir. Okay, moving on. Passer rating. Yards may be a little bit easier considering that Jalen Hurts does not throw the ball too much, but passer rating determines how good someone is when they do throw the ball. Who had a better passer rating? Jalen Hurts or the MVP, Josh Allen?
The Philly bias in me wants to say Jalen Hurts, and I feel like would you make Jalen Hurts look bad and lose a stat on here? I'm gonna go with no. So I'm gonna go with Jalen Hurts.
That would be correct. Jalen Hurts had a better passer rating than the MVP. Makes you think who really should have been the MVP last year? The Super Bowl winner or the guy who had a lower passer rating?
Everyone's better than Jalen Hurts till it comes time to play, Jalen Hurts.
Exactly, exactly. All right. Our fifth out of six. You've gotten pretty good so far. You've only got one wrong. A defensive category. Who has more tackles? Bond or Fred Warner? Two guys who did really great last year, but only one can have more tackles.
This is tough. I feel like it's Fred Warner. It must be. There's no way it's not.
No, it's Bond. Zach Bond, robbed of Defensive Player of the Year
You
last year.
know, I think Bond's a better player. I just thought Warner had more like counting stats. But I guess not.
Even Even the counting stats, Bond is still better. He had 151 tackles compared to Fred Warner's 131 tackles. And that would mean that
Okay.
you are 3-2 in our first five. But in our last one, another one between two Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
One of them actually was a Philadelphia Eagle last year. Who has more interceptions in last year's season between Jalen Hurts and Dorian Thompson Robinson? More interceptions.
More intercept. Well, I think okay, so I'm trying to figure this out. How many games did DTR start last year? He started a few. I think DTR had more picks.
That would be correct. DTR had 6 interceptions in 7 games, and Jalen Hurts had 5 interceptions through his entire season. Congratulations.
I mean, really wonders why we didn't just trade the pick for Pickett and got no player back, but we got DTR, so yay. Um, okay. Moving on. For my game, I have four different ones for you. I'm gonna tell you player A stats, player B stats, and you're gonna tell me who you think is better just based on those stats and how close do you think it is.
All right, so stats may lie.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay, I'm gonna give you two baseballs first, and then we'll do two basketball ones.
All right.
First off, player A has a 297 batting average,
Pretty good, pretty
three
good.
fit what?
I said pretty good. Batting average almost
Oh
300.
yeah, 351 on base percentage and a 451 slugging percentage. Their batting WAR was 2.9, and their fielding WAR was 0.6.
Do I get a position?
Player B, no.
Okay.
Player B hit 261. Their on base percentage was 329, and their slugging percentage was 455. Their batting WAR was 3.0, and their fielding WAR was 0.5.
Okay. So you really want me to pick player A. You really do. And I think it's Trey Turner. I think it's Trey Turner.
So, oh.
Those stats sound a lot like Trey Turner. I think I think I am gonna go with player A, but the fact that you didn't give me like home runs or like at bats really seems misleading. But I'll go with player A.
Yeah, the whole point of this is cherry picking stats, so please don't say that's a bad idea. Player A is Trey Turner,
I
and
know my boy's stats. Come on.
player B is Francisco Lindor.
Oh yeah, yeah. One of those guys is starting the All-Star game, and it's not Trey Turner.
Yeah. For the next one, I even give you less stats, so you have less of an idea who the players are. Um, player A hit 252. Their on base percentage was 310, and their slugging percentage was 395.
Okay, that's not good.
Player B, wait, what?
I said that is not good. Whoever that is not that good.
Yeah, and player B hit 262. On base percentage was 333, and slugging percentage was 384.
Okay,
Please include how close do you think this is as well?
I don't know. I mean, the player A's OPS is barely over 600, but I don't have like position or defense. I mean,
They
to me,
don't
it
play
really
pitcher.
what?
They do not play pitcher.
Okay, thanks. So I don't know. So, somebody who it was really kind of a lot of people were debating why he got into the All-Star game. I think player A may be Julio Rodriguez.
You're correct. Player A
Okay.
is Julio Rodriguez.
But Julio Rodriguez is also a
Do
great,
you
great,
you
great
prefer A or
defender.
player B?
Player B, I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. From the stats, it doesn't seem like either of them are really good. But player B is a better hitter. But
Player B
but
is
knowing that it's Julio Rodriguez, I'll pick player A because Julio Rodriguez is a really good player.
Brandon Marsh.
Wow, okay. Brandon
So if
Marsh,
you
not that good at defense.
exactly. So that's fun. Okay. So next one, two basketball ones. For this one, I'm gonna give you points, rebounds, assists,
Okay.
field goal percentage, three point percentage, and I'm gonna give you turnovers.
Okay,
Okay.
so that's more information than you gave
Yeah,
me
I
earlier.
figured I'd give you more information now.
Okay.
Player A averaged 23.8 points,
That's pretty good.
4.3 assists, 3.4 rebounds,
Okay.
shot 46% from the field, 39% from three, and only had 2.4 turnovers a game.
Okay. I think that's probably a guard.
Player B had 23.2 points, 7.3 assists, and 4.1 rebounds, and they shot 45% from the field and only 30% from three. And they had a grand 3.7 turnovers.
Okay, so uh player B, not an efficient shooter, but he gets assists, so that's valuable. That's valuable. More
He also gets more
turnovers,
turnovers. Yeah.
also more turnovers, but I would take like what four more assists with what one and a half more turnovers. I'd take that. I'd take that. But
And
what I won't take is the efficiency, so I'll go with player A.
player A is Jared McCain as a starter last year. Player
Only
B
played like
is
what 10 games?
it's a little over 10, I think. And player B is John Morant. So
Wow.
just to give you a little perspective.
Maybe Jared McCain is better than John Morant and also more family friendly.
Definitely more family friendly for sure. He will not be getting suspended anytime soon. This one is probably the wildest of them all.
All right,
Please,
save the best for last.
I did not include turnovers this one, but I gave you steals instead.
Okay, okay, okay.
Please also include how close you think it is because that's valuable for this kind of comparison. Player,
Okay, okay.
player A averaged 24.5 points, six assists, and 4.4 rebounds,
It's a good player. It's a good player.
1.1 steals, so mediocre, 44.8% from the field, and 39.7% from three.
Okay.
Player B averaged 22.7 points, 5 assists, 4.7 rebounds, and 1.6 steals. He shot 46.8% from in the field and 37.8% from three.
Just from those stats, I think I got to go with player A, but it seems pretty close. I like what player, I think player B is a really good player, but I think player A had a better season, you know? I have no idea who either of these two people are, but I'll take player A, but it's close.
Do you want to guess?
Is one of them Steph Curry?
Yes, Steph Curry is player A.
Okay. I figured, but
And
I have no idea who player B is.
how did you guess it was Steph? The
The
three-point shooting
three-point
percentage?
percentage and the assists.
Yeah. And player B is Quentin Grimes after the all break.
Wow, it's close. It's close.
Yeah. When you look at just pure, like you don't look at, I mean, it shows you how good players on bad teams can be. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. He
I
was
think
just
that both those
he was
NBA ones,
balling. I
McCain
mean,
and
it's not
Grimes.
even like he was just getting on the looks because the team was bad. He was playing really well.
Yeah, I mean, those are kind of fun. I don't think they really mean much, but they're fun.
Yeah. Brandon Julio Rodriguez is having a terrible season at the plate. So that one is honestly kind of close.
Yeah. The only reason he's in the All-Star game, yeah, the only reason he's in the All-Star game is because of his name. I
And
mean,
he
if
plays
we're
elite
being
defense. Let's
honest.
let's let's not pretend like he doesn't.
Yeah, but is his defense really better than Brandon Marsh's defense? Yeah, well, we'll go with yes.
Compared to Julio Rodriguez, Brandon Marsh is like Kyle Schwarber compared to the average defender.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't consider Brandon Marsh's defense to be great at this point in his career, but it was an interesting experiment.
It is an interesting experiment. I will think about that when I'm comparing players to see who I would take in a trade deadline package.
Yeah, and I think that does it for episode 3 of Trust the Podcast.
We will see you next week with some more Phillies All-Star break content after the All-Star game, after Kyle Schwarber has won All-Star game MVP.
And hopefully something in the sports world will have happened so we have anything else to talk about.
Eventually, we're gonna be talking about what do we think of the Madden ratings because that's coming out soon. So stay tuned for that.
Yes. There'll be some fun shorts there.
Yeah, and I that guess the Madden rating.
Yeah. Who's higher, Nick Chubb or Jalen Carter?
No, no, they've fallen off the Nick Chubb train ever since he got signed for the minimum by the Texans.
Yeah, probably.
I'd be surprised if he's like an 85.
I'm still expecting some sort of crazy disrespect to be done to some of the Eagles
Cooper Kupp's gonna be higher than Devontae Smith, I guarantee it.
Yeah, and I'm just waiting for like trying to think of what they would do. Dak Prescott's gonna have a higher rating than Jalen Hurts.
I don't think they can do that.
He won't. Jalen Hurts won't have his factor. Promise it. They're not
I
gonna give
think
it to
they'll
him.
have Hurts as an 88 with an X factor.
Herbert has one, right?
I have no idea.
I think he does, which is beyond stupid. I mean, I'm really tired of the if Justin Herbert was on the Eagles, he would have won 3 Super Bowls by now. I mean,
Justin Herbert was on the Eagles. They might not have made the play. Okay, that's not true. If Justin Herbert was on the Eagles, they wouldn't have beaten the Rams.
they would have been the Packers,
They
probably.
would have beaten the Packers. The Packers were a complete pushover in that game. They
Yeah.
weren't a pushover this season, but they were in that game. Well, anyway, we're getting off topic. Thank you for
Yeah.
watching episode 3 of Trust the Podcast. I'm Jonah, along with my co-host Noah. We will see you next time.